Today I'm going to be making an Autism Awareness wreath. Autism Awareness Day is April 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. And I actually have someone very special in mind that I want to give this wreath to. Someone who has played a big role in my life and a big role in my kid's life. And so this is special for her. And it's about 10 o'clock here, so if I sound a little scratchy in the throat, because I've been up for a long time, but I want to get this, I'm in the mood to craft, so let's craft. What I'm going to do is separate this into 4 parts. I'm just kind of going to eyeball it because I'm not good with measurements and stuff like that, but I am going to kind of eyeball it. But this is puzzles are the symbol for autism awareness, and so that's why we're going with this puzzle piece here, and we're going to actually paint this first, get that out the way so it can dry while we put our wreath together. And then later on I'm going to get on the Cricut Joy and I'm going to personalize this specific for the intended party. All right, so I'm just going to start by, I can't find a pencil, so we're going with the pen. I'm going to eyeball where the center is, and I'm just going to draw a light marking down the center. And then I'm going to try to find the center this way. I'm going to let my mat help me a little bit. You see it kind of just meets on each side there. So I'm just going to go with this line in the middle here and call that my middle. All right, so that I'll have 4 sections. All right, put the pen away. Let's see. So I'm using 4 different colors. The first one is Cloudless. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in here. I don't need a lot. That's probably too much actually. And then the next one I'm gonna be using is Cardinal Crimson. And all of these are by Apple Barrel. I just get these from Walmart. They're like 25 cents or 50 cents a piece, but yeah. All right, so shoot. Well, there goes that. All right, well, I'll put some more over here. Dang, still put too much. Ew. Yeah. Anyways, that's the Cardinal Crimson. Oh, what was I doing? The yellow. Bright yellow. Just a little. Too much. Too much. All right. And then this one is Too Blue. Shake it up a little bit, and then we're just gonna squirt a little bit of that out. All right. All right. I get these little brushes from the dollar store, these little foam brushes, and I'm actually going to see if I can use like one side for one color and the other for the other color. Alright, so hopefully might have to do a couple coats. I'm going to put something underneath here so I don't mess up mine. Put a piece of foam board there so I can feel a little more free to paint and not mess up my cutting mat underneath. As I go here where the line is, I just want to make sure that I'm very careful not to go over the line. I'm just going to take my time like that. And if you're thinking that, you know, she must paint all the time, that's why she got the line so perfect, or why she got the line so good, I do not paint all the time. So that is proof right there that it is pretty easy to do. Just, you know, take your time and try to steady your hand and just go along the line. Like if you're, you know, painting your nails or something. Don't think too much into it. Just take your time. There we go. Alright, so that'll be our one coat for that side, and I guess I'm gonna have to use 4 different brushes because I'm not gonna go wash it out. Alright, let's see what's up with this clumpy red business here. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't ruin our project. Let's see if we can get it out. Oh, okay. Okay, I was worried. Again, when we come to this edge, we just want to be really careful. Take your time. Now we'll have to do another coat of this as well. That's okay. We have enough paint. We got enough. Don't be skimpy. Just do it. Up against the line. Just gonna put our brush and then go back. Take your time. If all else fails and you do mess up this side, there's always another side. So don't fret. Don't fret. Don't worry about it too much. Crafting is not supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be relaxing. So give yourself some grace. See, I made a mistake. Not gonna lose sleep over it. What you think people will notice, they probably won't. I always think everybody's gonna see all the little flaws in everything that I do. And there's like 1 or 2 people in my life who have that analytical eye that will see it, but there's a lot of people who don't, and they don't notice it until I bring it up to them, which is pretty silly on my part, but you know, never think that you're the only one who has those insecurities. You're worried about, oh, are people going to see that I made a mistake? But just know that most of the time people do not see. They just see the overall beauty in it. And so should you. So should you. Now we're going to go back over the yellow so that we can darken that up, and then, you know, vice versa, you know, so on and so forth. Okay? So I'm just going to put this to the side and let this dry for a little bit. Well, I already started cutting my ribbons earlier. So I have 3 sets of my ribbons already cut for the wreath, but I wanted to show you how I cut them, a really fast way to cut them. So that's what I'm going to do here. I left this one so that I can show you how I do that. I have this Autism Awareness ribbon in 2 sizes. This is the 1.5 inch, and then I also have it in the and the 2-inch. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna take a ruler, a regular 12-inch ruler, right? And I'm gonna line the top with the ribbon, and then I'm just going to turn it around, right? So now I have one on this side of the ribbon, and on the one side of the ribbon, and I have one piece of ribbon on each side of the ruler. Get it together, Shani. All right. So now I'm just gonna keep going around until I get to 9. And if you ever lose, track, because I do that all the time, you'll see my brain is all over the place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times around, okay? And this will give us 9 pieces of ribbon. The reason why we need 9 pieces of ribbon is because altogether we need 18 pieces of ribbon for the wreath, but we're going to only do 9 of each style, and you'll see why later in the video when we start putting it together. So then I'm just gonna slide the ruler out of there, okay? Slide that out, and then I'm just gonna snip at the top here in between that fold, and then I'm gonna go to the other side and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna snip right there in that fold, and that quickly gives me all the pieces that I need, right? Because I do want them 12 inches in length. That's the average for my wreaths. You can always, it's up to you how you want to do them, but this is my preference, and it is standard practice, right? So I'm just gonna put all of those together. Now what I did there is I'm pairing a 1.5 inch ribbon with a 2-inch ribbon. Okay, so I'm using the yellow for this one, and then I'm going to use this 1.5 for the polka dot. And actually, I don't love it. So, hold a moment. I might like this blue better than the polka dot one. What do you guys think? The blue with that. Yep. Okay. So we're not going to use the red polka dot after all. I'm just going to put it to the side. Trust me, it won't waste. It'll go towards another wreath. So let me just put these to the side, and I'll show you again how I make those 12-inch ribbons. Okay. Right. So now we have all of our ribbons ready to go. I'm just going to put these to the side. I do have some other ribbons so that we can make a bow later. Put a clip on them, and I just put them off to the side. We're going to go back to painting. So let's go ahead and get some more of that yellow out here. That is a lot. So this wreath form, this wire wreath form is 14 inches, and I bought this at Dollar Tree. Again, it is only $1. This is, it doesn't puff up as much, so this would be like a flat wreath. But when you put all the stuff on it, it does, eventually get a little taller, and it gets much wider than this. It'll yield about a 22 to 24 inch wreath, so it will get out there in size. But it's not as tall as if you were to use an elevated wreath form. They sell those at craft stores. I haven't seen them locally. I haven't seen it at my local Michael's or Joanne Fabrics, but I do see them a lot online at like Craft Outlet and the Wreath Store and Deco Exchange, the stores that I mentioned earlier. I do see them a lot there. Right now, Craft Outlet seems to be sold out on all of them, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. I miss them. I want I want to use one. So, but anyways, in the meantime, we'll just use a Dollar Tree one, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of my wreaths are on Dollar Tree frames, so that's fine. So I want to count out 18 of these pipe cleaners. I'm using blue because we will be using blue mesh to do our base. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sections. So I want to have 3 in each section. Okay, so that's how you want to think about it. Is you want to have 3 different pipe cleaners in each section. And all I'm doing is I'm just sliding it underneath, right? Let me bring it a little closer. I'm sliding it underneath, so it's going to be under this 1 and 2, bar 1, 2, let's count them out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So between bars 1 and 2, I want to slide it underneath, and then I'm just going to cross them over each other. I'm going to secure it and then just twist it. I usually twist it about 3 times. That's what's become habit for me. And then we're going to alternate going between 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. Okay. Try to get them evenly spaced out. I'm going to put 10 on the outside, and I'm going to put 8 in the middle. Going under 1 and 2. I'm just going to cross them and secure it. Just in case you need to see it again, I'll show you closer up. So this is, remember, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So between rings 3 and 4, underneath those is where I'm sliding the pipe cleaner. And then I'm just going to cross it over, tighten it up, and then I'm just going to make 3 twists so that I know it's secure. Okay? All right, so there we go. We have 10 on the outside and 8 on the inside, and our wreath is ready to take our mesh. Now today we're doing a slightly different method. My favorite method is the poof method, but today we're going to be doing the awareness ribbon method because I thought it'd be fitting, you know, to do an awareness method wreath for an awareness campaign. All right, so what I've done is I cut this mesh down. I have 2 different colors. I have this teal color, and then I have this royal blue color. Okay, so I cut them down to 10 inches, and I'll show you how I did that. If I can find the roll, I'll show you how I did it. Just put that off to the side. Okay, so here's our 21-inch mesh. Okay, just gonna put something to hold it down. Hold down this corner over here too. All right, and I'm gonna cut it at 10 inches. It is sometimes easier to use. Can you guys see the mesh? Yeah. Okay, the mesh is there. Sometimes it's easier to use like a rotary blade, but mine gave out on me, so I'm just gonna be using my scissors. I'm just going to go down where I see that 10-inch mark, all the way down. There you go. Okay, and there you have it. So it's that simple. All right. If you want, I can show you again. Put this one to the side. I'm just going to put something to weigh it down over here. And weigh it down in this corner here. then we're going to cut down the 10-inch line. So you can't see the 10-inch line, can you? All right. So right here, okay, that's where we're cutting. Cutting right down the 10-inch line. All right. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to use my Easy Bow maker to hold this for me, because I don't have any more clips. So we are going to roll this. Start maybe from the middle, work your way to the end. Right? Get that end secure, get this end secure, and we're going to roll this. Okay? Roll it up. And then we're going to make a little awareness ribbon. See there? Make a little awareness ribbon. And I'm just going to put that in there so it can hold it steady for me, all right? And we're going to use one of the teal and one of the royal blue in each one, okay? Roll it. Okay, and then we're crisscrossing them. I'm going to do a couple at a time. Just rolling, rolling, rolling. And then we're folding it over. If there's anything popping out, you just tuck it behind, okay? Sticking it in here. And we're just going to keep alternating. Reform back. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take these and we're going to just put them down there in between our pipe cleaner, okay? So that's what's going to hold this together. We're going to push it down and we're going to tie it securely. Okay? I'm just going to keep going. You can even, if you wanted to, you could alternate them and put like the blue on the bottom and the teal on the top. You know what? I think I might actually do that. Yeah. I like that look. Okay. So you have a little poof, a little curl here. All right, and we're just going to keep going. Let's see if I missed any. Looks like I did not. Alright, so there we go. Now I'm going to cut off all these little flyaway pieces. Cut off any of those little flyaways. You can't cut too much because then it'll just keep unraveling, but try to get what you can. Don't overdo it. Like I'm about to. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put our ribbons in. Right. To help prep the ribbon, I probably should have done it before, is I overlap them, right? So I'll take, I know that my 2-inch ribbon or my 2.5-inch ribbon is going on the bottom, so I'll put that down first, then I'll put the 1-inch ribbon, 1.5-inch ribbon on top, and then I'll just keep going like that, alternating. My 2 sets of ribbon. Now I'm going to line them up as best as I can. Some of the wires trying to come out, so I want to just stick that back in. I don't want it to hurt anybody. And I'm going to fold this whole stack in half, right? I'm folding it in half because I want to try to find the center, because that's going to help me later on. So I'm just going to fold that in half, stick it to the side, I'm going to neaten up this one. Now I'm going to fold that one in half as well. Okay, I'm just going to put this to the side for now. And then we're going to bring back our wreath. I'm going to move this. This out of the way. This saw a piece I wanted to cut. Ready to go. Now I see all kinds of pieces I want to cut. Let's put some ribbons in. All right, I'm going to start with this blue one. So let's go. You're just going to alternate, okay? You're going to alternate. You're going to go back and forth between the two of them. Find the middle. All right, so I'm going to take one set. Like that, and this one is kind of at an angle, and then I'm going to pinch the middle and I'm going to tuck those in. Just going to pinch the middle. I'm going to fold these over, so I'm just passing my hand like that so that it curls down. Okay, and I'm going to take it between my 2 fingers here, and my thumb is on the other side, and I'm gonna make, and then you see, I don't know if I explained that good. I'll explain it again the next time. You just keep watching how I do it, okay? So I'm just gonna fold it over. It's like a little birdie, and then we're gonna stick that in, okay? And we're just attaching that in the pipe cleaners like we did everything else. Let's see if I can move some stuff so you guys can see better. Okay, like that. So now that one was the blue on the bottom, so now we're gonna go with the yellow one on the top, right? And we're putting that one kind of at an angle. We're just passing our hand like this so we can curl that bottom. Doing the same thing to the other side. Then we want to pinch and squeeze in the middle. And then we're just gonna boop. Just tuck it like that. And then we're gonna alternate. So we're putting that in the one next to it, and we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna do it a couple more times, slow, and then we'll go ahead and speed through the rest of it. So we want it slightly at an angle, that top ribbon. Just take your hand, slide it down, and that's just gonna smooth everything out. Do it to the other side. Okay, find your center. You're gonna pinch, and then you're gonna take it between your index finger and your middle finger, and then you're gonna like almost push your thumb up so that these two flaps come down. All right, making a little birdie. And then you can just spread these ribbons out as you go. Because they are wired ribbons, I only use wired ribbons for my wreaths. Then they will pretty much go wherever you tell them to, okay? Just get this stuff out of the way here. So, I like the bow on this side. I like the bow on this side. Can you guys see? There we go. It's a little bit better. All right. Let's see. Now we can put our sign over here. So, before I attach anything, I'm going to show you how I customize the sign. I'm going to start by trimming a 12 by 12 sheet of premium vinyl to 4.5 by 12. Remove the protective film from the Cricut mat and replace it with the trimmed vinyl. And then load it into the Cricut machine. When you're ready, go ahead and open up Cricut Design Space. Select New Project and go down to Text. You can either search for a font or you can enter the font that you know you want to use. And then you can go ahead and type your message. For this project, I'm going to spell out The Clark Residence.
Select the load type, review your project on the mat, and then select Continue. Select your accessory. Today I'm using the Cricut Joy. Select your material. For this project, again, I'm using premium vinyl. I will leave a link in the description box below for the materials I use in this video. Once you select your material, load the mat into the machine and allow the machine to align your cutting mat. Tap Go and allow your Cricut machine to do the rest. When it's completed, select Unload. Slowly peel the vinyl away from the mat and replace the protective film over the mat.
Alright, we're just going to go ahead and remove the words from the words here. So I'm going to start by using my weeding tool just to lift all the spaces around it. Oh, see, it wants to bring up the T. I don't want to take the T. So we're going to try to catch all the white space and leave just the words. Now I'm using my Cricut to do mine, but there are ways to do it without a Cricut. I know that the Dollar Tree does have like Revlon transfers, so you can use that, or you can buy letters from, you know, your local craft store, because they'll have those there. And then you can just use those instead of this. But I have a Cricut machine, so I'm just going to use what I have on hand, okay? I'm going to separate it into 3 because that's going to make it easier when I use my contact paper. Now I'm just using some contact paper from the Dollar Tree. So I want to make sure that the letters are going to all fit. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. This is actually like shelf liner that I got from Dollar Tree, and it works really, really good for me. So I don't really, I mean, I have the contact paper from Cricut, but I just use this and it works fine. It works fine for me. Pulling at a diagonal, okay? It always makes it a little bit easier. So that's one piece, and we can actually reuse this contact paper. We're just going to put that there. And then peel away our letters. Or the backing rather, we're going to peel away the backing so that our letters are left on the contact paper. Okay, and then we're going to use it one more time just for the last piece here. Again, we're pulling the backing away, which leaves our letters behind. And we're just going to put this at a little angle right there. Okay. And then we're done with that part. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and put some hot glue down. And then we're going to put our chenille stem. And I'm not using a really expensive one because or one of the, I guess, fancier ones. So we're ready to go. Okay. Get our wreath back up here. Put this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pipe cleaners back here, and then I'm going to try to push them down between the mesh. Push those down between the mesh. Fix our ribbons a little bit, and then we're going to just put our bow on this side. So we're going to do the same thing we did on that side. We're just going to push the stems on the back as far down as we can through the mesh. And that's it. All right, there you have it. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I will leave links to everything that I used here, all the products that I used, everything that I can find. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.